Lovers, lovers, lovers. Hey, lovers. It's another episode of For the Lovers Podcast, Season 4. I Want More, Episode 6. Lovers, how are you? You know, every so often I need to check in with the lovers. I need to know what's going on. Currently, just to keep you up to speed on the calendar, it's Black History Month. It's a tie tip Tuesday. This week's tie tip is to check for expiration dates. You can follow me on Instagram to get the full video recap. And it's early afternoon in Thailand, the day before I have surgery. So the surgery I'm going to have, lovers, is for post-cataracts, post-retina detachment. You know, we are 2 years later after my eye surgery, and the surgeons are in agreement that implanting an implant lens in my right eye will improve my eyesight, will align my eyes together, which will help me in the long run, of course. This is a major part of, livelihood at this point for me. Having my eyes aligned, I've been doing a great job on my own. But again, it's so frustrating trying to read from a teleprompter, trying to read scripts, just trying to be the woman that I've always been, post-surgery, being a bartender, having a depth of perception off. I mean, try taking an ATM card and putting it in a credit card machine. I miss it on the first 3 tries all the time because I don't know where the actual slot is. So by the doctors putting a lens, a fake lens in my eye, it'll pull it back into place, which will increase my eyesight. Now, because my eye has scarring, I will always continue to have a bit of distorted vision in that sense, because that is something the doctors can't take away. You can't take away the scars, right? That's inside my eye. So I still might have a little bit of a blurred vision from my right eye, but at least it'll be more aligned. What's scary about the surgery, lovers? So again, as you listen to this tomorrow, I'm going to be out of surgery most likely. And what's weird about it is that I'm not going to be put to sleep. So this is probably the first surgery that I could think of where I won't be sleeping. I've had a lot of surgeries in my lifetime being a 30-year-old woman just because of things that go on in bodies and womanhood and everything. So this will be a local anesthesia process because the procedure is 15 minutes. Although it's only 15 minutes, thank God, I'm still freaking out. My eye's going to be clamped open. I'm going to be seeing needles and things happening in my eye because I had to be responsive to the surgeon to keep the eye open and alert, which makes sense logically. But for the patient like me, I'm just no, I don't want to deal with this. I'm tired of pain. I'm tired of pain emotionally and physically at this point. But again, such is life. And I know there's more people that are listening that have gone through way more procedures than I have. But I am tired, lovers. And with this new surgery, I know it's going to bring more blessings because it's already been just a up year. And we're in the 2nd month so far. I've been working tirelessly every single day. And I'm happy that I can. I'm happy I have this relentless spirit about myself always. But love it, it's a lot going on per usual in the lover's life. Okay, lovers. So as you know, we've been working Wednesday. We're going to drop the podcast, and we just came back from a Valentine's Day weekend, and it was beautiful. I mean, this was my first Valentine's Day weekend as a 30-year-old, and I must say it was just, I felt so grown and accomplished, right? Many people was asking me, what are you doing for Valentine's Day? Now, I work in hospitality, so I'm working. I'm about the bag and the bag only. So I was working, and we made a lot of money this weekend at Watermark Bar. Shout out to everybody that's always consistently selling us out on Eventbrite, enjoying our greenhouses, our special cocktails made by moi. and enjoying a tuna tartare and a lobster mac and cheese and a red cone. I mean, we had a great weekend filled with champagne and bubbles, and the spirit was definitely there. Now, it's weird for me though, because usually for the past couple of Valentine's Day, I've always worked anyway. And it's always super cold in New York City. So for me, if a lot of people ask me what would have been my most romantic or perfect Valentine's Day if I wasn't working, I would definitely love to spend it with someone that I like, with a real life lover. It's not about like being my boyfriend and like that. I just like to spend days like in love away from the crowds. So contrary to belief, I don't really want to be like out and about, like I'd rather be like somewhere really exclusive with my lover, eating and drinking and making love all day. Literally, that'll be perfect for me. Taking some sexy photos, just being in awe of this day and then going back to reality. That would have been like a perfect low-key Valentine's Day for me because I love love. But as you know, lovers, my life can never be such as simple. So maybe about 2 weeks ago, I asked my lover what were we going to do for Valentine's Day. And he just was so mean about it. He was just like, don't even ask me about Valentine's Day. Don't start your charades again. And I'm just like, wow, it's amazing how someone that so-called wants to be in my life can be so harsh. It's so fascinating to me that I even will allow such energy still after you've heard so many episodes of me exclaiming how much this love was over. I'm still wondering how we're going to celebrate our love. So I do take responsibility and accountability for allowing such terrible energy in my life thus far in 2021. Lovers, what else can I expect from a person that doesn't respect me at all? So lovers, once that was concluded, I just moved on, I accepted the fact that this is the person that is how he is, but I don't have to allow it in my life anymore. And I'm not, I'm always trying to be amicable and cordial just for the sake of, because every moment I speak to someone, I shouldn't have to be like reminded of all the things a person does lack thereof, because why will you be in someone's life? I'm a very real person. I handle real situations very well. I'm very mature with a lot of things. But one thing I will not tolerate is any level of disrespect, because at this point, it is an insult to my intelligence that someone that I allowed in my life to get up inside of me can try to rip me apart by insulting me of the intellect that I am blessed with. So lovers, moving forward, I really think that's very essential to evaluate all of your relationships at this point in 2021, especially, we're post-quarantine. It is still a pandemic, but there's no excuse for any lack thereof in anyone's life. And if there is a lack thereof and you have a conversation with the person and it's not adding up, just let it go. Don't try to figure out why a person is the way they is, because it's going to drive you crazy. I'm a person that really enjoys peace. I mean, I love to wake up and quiet. I just love peace. I don't like drama. I don't like things that's going to make me ponder why I have you in my life. I don't like those type of things, to be honest. I don't like when I feel someone is, just taking advantage of my niceness. I never like that. So going, thinking back seasons before and where we are now, there's no progress, there's no tie. And that's okay. That is really all right. I love to cherish the great moments with someone and not dwell on why I'm not with that person anymore, because it does make me angry. So I love to cherish the good times and let the good times stay alive, but without me. And that's just it. That's it. I'm a very special breed. We are all special humans, and we deserve the best out of life. If we continue to make, a means for ourselves, to make these environments to work for ourselves, anyone that you allow in your life, they got to pass your test. Men and women. It's not just about women allowing men in their lives, but men allowing toxic women in their lives. And sometimes you don't even realize you're toxic because you're so in the moment with this person and you're so comfortable and used to these actions where it's not even you. You know, I could think of a lot of situations with my last lover on how I was probably toxic. And it's a shame that I went to that level of toxicity because I'm not like that, you know. But if I allow this, that means that there was some existing toxic traits about me, and I don't like that, so I can't be with a person that brings that out of me. Now, I don't want to sit here and bash anyone and talk bad upon anyone because really, true, this is not what For the Lovers podcast is about. It's for the lovers. And we're all lovers here. So if you can't be a lover, you gotta go. That's it, baby. Now, moving on, lovers. Again, it's Black History Month. I'm loving the energy in 2021 has brought in so far, you know, bringing it in Jamaica, coming back home, working, being on set for different shows. I'm really just enjoying this abundance of blessings that's here. With the surgery coming as well, I know that what I have in store coming up is really going to affect those things, meaning just not even about confidence, but more so on the fact of being able to actually perform my job. I don't want to have a disability. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I can't see this thing or I'm manipulating the situation. I want to just be. But I let God handle everything. And I'm just, again, thankful that we have the technology to fix the things that are bothersome, that can improve our livelihoods. Right, lovers? This past weekend, Lovers Weekend, February 14th, 2021, I was able to take out my mom, my number one lover, okay? Coach came to my building to have a shopping experience for the Lunar New Year and for Valentine's Day, which was excellent. Who doesn't love a luxury, you know? And the luxury of living in luxury is luxury. And when they came, it was so nostalgic for me because the shopping experience was in our Empire studio where, lovers, I had my 29th birthday. You know, it was just very exclusive, very inclusive, which is the lifestyle I love to live. I enjoy the finer things of life. So shopping at the Coach experience in American Coppers was amazing. They had very nice bags. If you want to do business, we can do business. But don't manipulate. The problem with a lot of people is that narcissists, specifically, is that they're not aware of their toxic traits, right? Not aware of the manipulation that they illuminate to the world and those that are closest to them, you know? And for me, for a long time, I didn't understand why I was being manipulated. Like, I'm very smart, you know? I know what's happening here and I know how to move forward from things. Valentine's Day weekend, after the shopping experience, I went to the movies. I went to see Judas and the Black Messiah, which is the story on William O'Neill being a snitch in the FBI as he was portraying a Black Panther in the correlation with Fred Hampton. Hashtag Hampton blood still reigns through my veins. And of course, we went to Delta's restaurant in New Brunswick to enjoy a Southern cuisine. It was amazing, truly. To be able to just provide for my mom in the most maturest way. I got her a bag. I got her a lot of things, obviously, but she loves Coach. It was amazing to just be able to provide just nice things for her because my mom is my backbone. You know, she's my support and she really illuminates love. One of the things I learned about Valentine's Day this year, besides it being a capitalist holiday. This is why, honestly, if my lover would really understand me and took the time to know who I am, I don't give a fuck about holidays. I don't give a fuck about holidays because it's all a scheme. I don't care. It's for me to make money because I'm a bartender. It's blasphemy. If I had a man on Valentine's Day, he's getting showered with gifts. Like, it's wonderful to shower your lover with gifts and with love and to just make each other feel good for those 24 hours before we go back into our separate lives, back into our busyness. That's all it is, for me at least. That's how I see holidays for, to spend time with loved ones, whether it's your family, your lover, or your friends. Just embrace this moment that you got a day off from American work. So lovers, I appreciate you tuning in every single week, putting your notifications on Apple, on Spotify. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. Again, Thai Tip Tuesdays every Tuesday at Ty Hampton, at Ty the Bartender. We are hosting our cocktails on there. And of course, we're on YouTube as well. So get into the brand, get into the lover, and do it for the love. Now, lovers, Fashion Week is in full effect under a pandemic. Spring Studios this week is loaded with events from Rebecca Minkoff, Laquan Smith, and the Black Council membership. Is a lot of fashion designers emerging in the pandemic, and we must give it up to them. Yesterday, I was honored enough to be invited by the Black Council Fashion Designers House, and it was simply amazing. I did get there late just because I didn't realize how the schedule went, so I should have went earlier. But it's okay. Things happen for a reason. I met a great designer. I can't wait to purchase one of her dresses, Kendra Duplanter, and really get into it. She is a Brooklyn-based woman designer, Black, and her pieces are my style. I love simple luxury. I love plain, no flashiness, but very sleek, very chic and sexy. I love those kind of pieces, and all her pieces illuminated that, so I can't wait to get into that. I can't wait to spring and summer where I can actually show off my body again. I've been working out, from kickboxing to yoga to HIIT circuit classes, weight training. I'm working out 5 days a week here, and it feels amazing. Like, I love my body to be worked, If it's not going to be worked in sex, it's got to be worked in working out. Either one, lovers. Where are we at? So, lovers, I owe you a story. We talked about Valentine's Day. We talked about Black History Month. We talked about Fashion Week. And now we have to talk about my sad personal love life. Now, I am not sad about my love life per se, because obviously there's always options available, but I never want those people. I love the lovers that don't sexualize me and don't fiend for me. Yes, I know it may sound weird, but I love a lover that's just confident that he got me. He don't need to worry about constantly oh my God, let's have sex or whatever. And that's why my last lover lasted so long, because I was very comfortable with him. I could be my full self. I don't have to worry that, if I'm laying down, he's going to touch me. Even though we had our balance of one another, which I loved, but I loved to be on top of him because he lacked affection, and it actually turned me on in a weird way. But the sad thing is, I had to leave him alone, as I previously stated a few minutes ago, because it's just very toxic at this point. When you allow a person in your life for a long time that doesn't know you from anywhere, it's hard to build, right? You have to really get to know someone from the bottom up. Why are they the way they are? What triggers them, and et cetera, et cetera. And I've learned so much from him on relationships, and I'm so thankful that, he's not aggressive in that sense where I can't be my full Ty Hampton self. Unfortunately, though, because of the manipulation of the culture he comes from, I literally just, I can't deal with it anymore, Life is very simple, but just ask lovers, don't tell me anything and you don't pull up. This goes back to just being 30 years old. This is his life. And I've been waiting for a gift from my birthday, which was now, November, December, January, 1st. 4 months ago. Wow, 4 months ago. I've been waiting for my birthday gift. Okay. And then I think what was my last straw was just yesterday's behavior. So again, lovers, thank you for tuning in, always being a lover. And, The lovers are like, what happened? Who ghosted you? You know, I was talking on my Instagram story yesterday about how I was ghosted, how I was stood up. And it was just so weird to me because I've been minding my business, you know. I don't like ghosting people. I feel like that's so disrespectful and like so childish. But sometimes it makes a statement. You know, you're not going to play on my emotions anymore. Like, you're not going to be in my life if you're not going to be nice. Be nice. And if you can't be nice, it's okay. But our time is up, is what I keep exclaiming to the world. So yesterday, lovers, I was called and I was told that I was going to get a surprise. Oh, I have a surprise for you. I want to surprise you before your surgery. Okay, nice. You know, I haven't been talking to him because, you know, I just feel like as much as I really do love this guy, I can't give him any of my time right now because I have a lot of things going on and this person just will not humble themselves for me. And I can't understand it. And I don't want to spend time trying to make it work. Like, it's okay, you know? So the person was calling me all day yesterday and was like, I'm here at your building. And now I was in Staten Island and at the time at my mom's house. So I said, all right, I'll be there in no time. You know, it takes me no time to get from A to B in my car. A 20-minute drive, perhaps. And in my mind, I already knew that because I'm not moving on their time, that whatever this person had planned is going to be a dub by the time I get home. Like, I knew it already. Because that's not... People aren't for real genuine. You know, if you want to see someone before a major life event, you're going to make sure it happens. There's no excuse. You're going to make sure, once again, it happens. I'm not at someone's expense of convenience. And this is why me and him don't work, because he doesn't understand I don't work on your time. Okay? I'm not a convenience for you. That's crazy. So anyway, I get home. I tell him I'm home. He's like, oh, you know, I'm somewhere else now. And I'm like, oh, okay. Where he was about 10 minutes away. I said, oh, okay. So are you coming back? Like, I'm here now. I'm going to call you back in a few minutes and let you know. So for me, my anger rose so fast because I didn't reach out to you. I didn't ask you for anything. I don't care. Like, you know, I'm moving on. And you're using my surgery as a leverage to be attached to me still when you need to let me go. We don't serve each other anymore. You know, I'm so optimistic always about relationships. And if they're meant to be, they will be. But in this situation, I'm never going to win. I'm never going to be fully happy. It's always going to be me with him and other women. And I personally just can't deal with it. And it's okay. It's really all right. So that happened. Life went on. You know, like I said, I knew this person was not going to fulfill their word to me. So I continued on my day. You know, I had lunch, got my nails done, went to a fashion show, went to my job, came back home, and I was just like, this was just so rude. Like, you disturbed my peace. I haven't been talking to him for days on purpose, and now I'm just like, you really called me for what? So I called him, and he's like wondering why I was calling him. And his attitude is as if I was bothering him. And I was just like, you know what? I'm done. Like, I'm totally done here. I try to be amicable. I try to be your friend, but there's no such thing because you're a selfish human being. And it's a terrible trait, but I'm not going to deal with it any longer. I really put myself first, and I'm going to only allow people in my life that are giving me themselves as well. Period. You know, again, I love this person so much, but I refuse to allow any more toxicity in my life. At least if I can control it, right? You know, because some things we just can't control. We don't have no kids together. We're not married. Life goes on our separate ways, and that's just what's going to be. And it's so hard for me to really, I guess, push this person out of my life. But then when we think about season 3, season 4, season 2, and all the things that happened from last year to now, why am I still with this person? Lovers, I just came on here this episode to catch you up in my love life, talk about Valentine's Day, and talk about Black History Month before we get into surgery. Now, this surgery, again, is going to be a life-changing surgery for me. I've been taking the last couple of days to like be in real, quiet zone, be very at peace, and just be calm, just be very calm, because I want to make sure that my spirits are well enough for the surgery. And, just to move on, move forward, and continue to work hard and get the bag. We have a lot of things in store for this year, and nothing's going to happen unless you put action behind all of your work. So I encourage you, lovers, to continue to plant your seeds, continue to flourish, and continue to mind your business. Now, lovers, again, if anyone's not serving you, if anyone is not bringing you joy, it doesn't matter who it is, family, husband, brother, sister, mother, you do not have to deal with it. Now, that's probably the best thing about being an American is the freedom of our spirits. We don't tolerate anything. Different people from different cultures unfortunately do, because it's an obligation, and that's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, and that's why a lot of foreign people's countries bloodlines run so strong, because they do have that unity, regardless if it's toxicity. Americans, we're quick to cut you off. We're quick to move on and forget that you existed. Take it as a grain of salt, perhaps. I'm not sure. But lovers, listen, I'm going to be out now. Enjoy your winter wonderland in New York City. Continue to sanitize, continue to wear your mask, and continue to be a lover. Until next time, lovers,